Are you thinking about buying a cheap sailboat? It sounds exciting. And it can be, but the catch here is that sometimes the cheapest sailboat can end up costing you the most if you make the wrong move. Today, I'm going to walk you through all the common mistakes people make when buying a sailboat. And if you care to stay with me till the end, I'll reveal the most expensive mistake new owners make when buying a cheap sailboat. You're not going to want to miss that. It's the one that can turn a $20,000 bargain into a $50,000 nightmare. The first mistake is underestimating total cost. A cheap sailboat may seem like a steal, but the sticker price is just the beginning. You still have to consider docking or marina fees, which in some marinas can be surprisingly expensive, even for small sailboats. Insurance is another factor. Sailboats come with unique risks, like rigging damage or mast failure, and many marinas actually require you to have insurance to get a slip. Then there is maintenance and repairs. Everything needs care, from your sails to your rigging, winches and hull. Even trailer or transport costs can add up if you plan to move the boat, especially if you can't sail it right away. And if you live in a colder climate, winter storage becomes important. Your sailboat may need to be kept on the hard or in a covered shed to protect it from snow and ice. Even a small sailboat can quickly become costly. Many buyers focus only on the purchase price and get hit with thousands in unexpected expenses. Always plan for the full cost of ownership. Another common mistake is buying the wrong type or size of sailboat. If the boat is too big for you, it will be harder to handle alone or with a small crew, and maintenance costs will be higher. On the other hand, if it's too small, you will feel cramped on longer trips and you'll have limited space for overnight stays or gear. Choosing the wrong type of boat is also an issue. For example, a racing boat may be fast, but it won't be comfortable for cruising. At the same time, a cruiser might be slow and frustrating if you want performance. And don't forget about the keel. While you think it might not make a big difference to you now, it can affect your future sailing plans. There are plenty of keel types and a lot to learn and compare to the type of sailing you plan on doing to figure out which one you want to go with. The rule of thumb is to choose a sailboat that fits your sailing style, your skill level, and your typical cruiser, not just the cheapest option. Boating can be more complicated than it looks. Many first-time sailors underestimate how much skill it takes to handle a sailboat properly. Some buyers don't take lessons before buying, thinking they will learn as they go. But that's risky. Anchoring, docking and navigating can all be challenging, and it's important to understand local boating regulations before you set sail. The mistake is thinking that sailing is just like driving a car on the water. Another major mistake is skipping the sea trial. Cheap sailboats often have hidden issues that don't show up on land. You might notice sluggish handling or poor helm balance, leaks around the hatches or deck fittings, engine problems in auxiliary motors, or rigging issues that affect safety under sail. This ties directly into overestimating your skills. Without some basic knowledge and experience, it's easy to overlook problems that can become serious later. Paperwork is another area where buyers go wrong. Some assume cheap sailboats are low stakes, but you still need to make sure registration and documentation are in order, as it's required by law in many places. And thinking about resale value is always smart. Cheap sailboats can depreciate quickly, and poorly maintained hulls or rigging make them harder to sell later. Ignoring these factors is a hidden mistake many first-time buyers make. Now let's talk about emotion. Cheap sailboats feel like bargains, which makes it easy to get swept up in impulsive decisions. You might hear things like, "This is the last one available," or "You'll regret not buying it now." But in my opinion, there is no rush when spending money. Getting caught up in excitement can lead to buying a boat that ends up being more headache than fun, especially if it has hidden issues or isn't suited to your sailing style. And now, the most important point. The biggest and most expensive mistake when buying a cheap sailboat is skipping a professional survey or inspection. This is especially critical for first-time sailboat owners. Cheap sailboats are often older or lightly maintained, which increases the risk of hidden problems. The most common issues include hull osmosis or damage, rigging wear or mast and boom corrosion, engine problems, and leaking hatches or deck fittings. It might seem like a cheap sailboat is a low risk, so why spend a few $100s on a survey? But hidden problems like these can easily cost more than the boat itself. A $20,000 bargain could require another $15,000 or $20,000 in repairs to make it safe and seaworthy. The bottom line is that spending money on a proper survey is the single best way to protect your investment. It's the difference between a fun sailing experience and a money pit. Remember these common mistakes and you'll enjoy your new sailboat safely without surprises, and your wallet will thank you. If you found this helpful, like the video. And if you want more tips, subscribe. Safe sailing out there!